Hey, welcome everyone. Tom here, Park Avenue Trading, your chief dealer, giving you a lesson on Fibonacci manual calculations. Instead of using the tool, you could do it manually. And that's the way I do it because I didn't have any tools when I first started. We had manual calculations. And basically, I think that by learning, like doing it by hand actually helps. Basically, you touch the numbers and you start to understand the concept a little bit better. Anyway, that's the way I look at it. But just taking euro yen, for instance, we've had this in this scenario, we got this big, say, we got this big kind of upward movement in euro yen. Now, the marketplace is basically showing us, if we look at market structure, we got a low, we got a high, we got a higher low, we got a higher high, we got a higher low, we got a higher high, got a higher low, boom, and we make this high here. Okay, all throughout this movement going upward, if we want to stay with the trend, we basically want to look for retracement levels. Let's say, for instance, we walk into the market, and we're here, so we got to do our Fibonacci retracement level. So what do we do? Like, where do we go to find, what point we should use? Like, what's the reference point? Now, there are other ways. I mean, you could measure different legs, right? So like you could measure internal legs of a big move. Yeah, you could do that, but the best thing to do, in my opinion, is you have an upward moving market. You want to go back in time, like I always told you guys. You want to go back in time. Right here, the marketplace is here. You want to go back in time to the last time it traded higher. You're going to the left. You're finding this point here, it traded higher. Then there's a higher leg up there. So basically, you're right now we're retracing towards that. We're moving towards that previous high, right? If we crunch this down a little bit, we're moving towards this level of 164.70, and the marketplace is now, like right here at 162.52. So it's, 200 points away from that right now. But like, where could we get involved in this thing? Like, where's the retracement that we're interested, and what's the reference low? Well, from here all the way over to the left, what's the lowest point in between? It's this point right there. So what you want to do, very simply, is you want to take the high, which is 162.47, and you want to look at the reference low. The reference low point is 156.18. That gives us a total of 629 points. So if I take 600.29 multiply by 0.382, I get my 240 points off of the top. 2.40278. So 240. Close enough. So I take 162.47. 2.40 out. 160.07 is my first level of support with Fibonacci. Right there. There was a 0.382 retracement from this low to this high. Should hold. Does. I mean, it goes down a little bit. I mean, 159.80, that's a head fake. That's basically scaring people out. But you notice, here's some things that you can look at. You notice it didn't close on a 4-hour chart below this. It basically spiked it, came up a little bit, closed here, and then started moving up. So, but let's just stick with the lesson. I'm just trying to get you to understand the tool itself. So we got a total of 600 and what we say it was 629 points, right? So 6.29 multiplied by 0.618 gives us 388 points. So the next level of support, okay, is the 162.47 in, 3.88 out, 158.59. I'm just going to throw it up here, 158. Right there, 158.60. That's your 618. Then I use 0.82. So you would take the 629 points, multiply by 0.82, take that off of the top, and there's your retracement of 0.82 down. I'll do it. 6.29 times 0.82. Wow, what happened here? How'd that happen? Somebody's trying to get into my trading view. Son of a gun. So it's 5.51. So I got to check that out. I got to change my password. 162.47. Oh, it's me. I got it. I have it opened up on another computer. I don't, it's very odd. TradingView won't let you open up on several computers. Like I have a computer in my other room that I like to look at, so I switched to that. I guess I got to exit out. So anyway, that's my own issue. Freaked me out there for a second. I'm like, wait a second, how did somebody get into my account? So 5.15. Yeah, 5.15. So 162. 157.32. Right there. So this is what the tool's doing. So I have a hard time with this tool. So now I'm going to use it to try to figure out, where it's putting these points. Oh, there it goes. So I got to go from the bottom to the top. Okay. So see how my points match up with my red points? So basically I'm using the tool, but I'm not using the tool. I don't have to use the tool. I just taught you how to do it by hand. If you didn't know that, but I think it's important for you to know it, and practice with it. So first it helps you retain your Fibonacci levels. If you keep constantly doing it by hand, you kind of can start to eyeball where 0.382 is, where 0.618 is, so on and so forth. So that's how you would use Fibonacci, going with what the trend is. Because now what we're doing, now you can measure another leg. So there would be a parallel measurement from here, because you have this low to this high, you got the slight retrace, you got the next level up. So if you still wanted to continue with the support, okay, you could say, all right, 163.80, I'm headed towards that 164.80 level. That's where this top began, where the movement began on the 4-hour chart. I want to see if we can get to that. Now look at this. We went to 164.90. If we crunch everything down, our previous top was 165.05. That's where the top happened before we started really moving down, right? So a target would be, or an area to look at would be 165.05. Now the market made it to 164.80, very close, but if we are still going for that, all right. So the market basically is saying new higher high. Where's the retrace? Well, we would work from this point, right? 163.16. What's the lowest point that we got? We got that 159.80. That's 336 points. 3.36 multiplied by 0.382. So 128 points from that top. 163.80. 1.28 out. 162.52. Where did we go to? 162.34. 162.52. Right there. Notice again, we didn't close below it. Market spiked it. So what's the 0.618? Well, We got 336 points, 0.618, multiplied by 0.618, 207 points from that top. 163.80, 2.07 out, 161.73. It would be down here. 618 would be here. Right there. So that's how you do it manually. So hopefully you know the Fibonacci ratios. 0.382, 0.618, 0.82, 100%, 1.382, you know, so on and so forth. If you don't know them, learn them. It's real important. So that's what the tool is doing for you. So I hope that helps you guys out. For all you newbies out there that don't really understand what that is, that's what it is. Sometimes I speak in ways that I expect everybody understands what I know. And like people that are new to foreign exchange or just starting to learn it, they get kind of turned off from it because they have no idea what I'm talking about. And I just assume that everybody's a trader and has been trading for years. And I apologize for that. So if any of you have any comments about that, please leave them in the video. If you want to see more basic stuff, I'll be happy. You know, if I even have to go over bid and offer spread, or bid and ask, you know, in Forex, we call it offer. Or that's why I was taught, you know, what's the bid? 10. What's the offer? 12. And then there's an inverted price where a trader could be a real wise guy and go 12.10. Meaning he's willing to buy at 12 and sell at 10. So people used to do that, you know, they're very rare, but kind of retarded, you know. I don't know if I could use that word here. Kind of like stupid way of doing things. Anyway, I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Remember, always enjoy the party, but dance near the door. Have a great one. Cheers.